Hey everyone, it's Denise Salcedo, and I am very excited to introduce to you my guest for today. He is WWE superstar Titus O'Neil. What's up, Titus?
Hey, what's going on? How are you?
I'm really excited to talk to you, honestly. So, Titus, let's just get right into it. Yesterday, Giving Tuesday, I gotta say, I think you won this one. You gave a very generous donation to 4 charity groups. Can you tell us a little bit about all of that and how essentially you selected the charity groups that you decided to donate to?
Yeah, so yesterday, as part of Giving Tuesday, we gave $127,500 to 4 organizations that I've had opportunity to work with over the past several years. The first one being Metropolitan Ministries, which was the biggest one at $100,000. That is well, I chose to highlight that one on that day, but that's in sequence also with what we've donated in the past and what we've helped raise in the past. And so since the pandemic hit, we've spent over $2 million in feeding families. $1 million during the holiday season alone, during Thanksgiving alone, as well as during COVID from March all the way throughout the summer. We were feeding teachers, we were feeding families. Just an ongoing effort in partnership with Metropolitan Ministries, my Bullard Family Foundation, as well as Hillsborough County Schools. So last year we served 30,000 families holiday cheer from November all the way through the Christmas holidays, ensuring that families, every year I have this huge event called the Joy of Giving, and we pass out in excess of 10 to 15,000 gifts at that one day event, and I wanted to kind of broaden that. And so we ended up last year serving 3 different counties: Hillsborough, Pinellas, and Pasco, all in the Tampa Bay area. And this year, we obviously, with COVID hitting, the need is double, and so we've doubled the amount of counties. So we went up to Pasco. Our goal is to reach 50,000 families and help 50,000 families with our 65 different partners. And so in order to do that, we obviously need a lot of help, and I felt like me setting the pace with a $100,000 donation would do that. The second one being the Florida Sheriff's Youth Ranches, which is an organization that I had an opportunity to go to as a kid, and being labeled a kid that would be dead or in jail by the time he was 16, going there and having a chance to turn my life around, hearing the sentence, that there's no such thing as a bad kid, which I'll give a cheap plug here, essentially ended up being the title of my first book. There's no such thing as a bad kid. So that place is near and dear to my heart, and has been and will continue to be. It's the place that I donate to every single year, and I just thought it would give them a boost as well for people to bring awareness to what they do. The other one was the University of Florida Foundation, $10,000 donation there, because it goes to a first-generation college student through an organization that I'm a board member of and also helped found, called Unsigned Preps. We've put 318 kids in college over the last 10 years. And all of these kids come from, most of them all come from less than either live at or below the poverty rate. And a lot of them now are thriving in the community. They're thriving as individuals with families and things like that. And I am a first generation scholarship recipient. And so I just felt like University of Florida means so many things to me. I was able to be the commencement speaker this year for a spring graduation, which is a hell of a feat for a person that was told that he would never go to college. He was too dumb to graduate from high school, and now all of a sudden I'm giving commencement speeches at the university. And so I thought it was important to invest in that. And then Manna Food Bank is another one. I gave $7,500 to them so that we can provide 500 food boxes on December 12th up in Asheville, North Carolina, which has become my second home. I got a place up there a few months back and fell in love with the city, and immediately got introduced to the city manager and the police chief and things like that, because it's a different demographic of people. And wherever I've decided to reside, I've always tried to, and place myself in a situation where I can hopefully make change and put smiles on people's faces, as we say in WWE. And I think that being a person that was a recipient of being given some of those resources as a youth from a single parent home, with three brothers and a mom that's working as a waitress and cleaning houses to make ends meet that never met. I thought it was important to, start off with that, working with Manna Food Bank, which is part of the Feeding America network. They deliver millions and millions of pounds of food to various organizations and people a year, and they've been in existence since 1983. So they have a long-standing record of serving that community in Nashville, and I wanted to be a part of something that's been sustainable. And obviously, that organization has been very sustainable in regards to helping people become more self-sufficient.
It's incredible just like hearing you talk about all of the different charities and all of the different things that you've been able to do, and hearing those numbers, it's such a positive. It feels very reassuring to know that there's people out there like you that are, really taking the time out of their day to give back when, let's be real, you don't have to do that. So the fact that you are, it's just very nice and reassuring for everybody. So Titus, obviously you've been doing charity work for a very long time. This isn't just something that started for you. And so I kind of wanted to get into what is the major difference of doing charity work now with COVID in the picture, the fact that we're going through a pandemic.
Yeah, so I've had to adjust a lot of things, and with those adjustments, you become more innovative in how you not only treat people with dignity, but also meet the need of as many people as you possibly can. If you talk to any nonprofit organization in the country, they will all tell you that the need has grown at least by 200 or 300%. And so with that, and knowing that we can't have the hands-on experience that we usually have had, I did my back to school bash, I did it virtually this year. And we still were able to distribute 20,000 backpacks filled with school supplies. We work with a local, it's not a local, it's a national hospital chain, Advent Health, and making sure that any kid that was in certain demographic Title I schools that we selected were able to get a free physical. We still work with several dentists, that could slide in different kids that were in extreme need of dental work done, and then working with the Buccaneers and the Glacier Foundation on making sure the kids that needed eyeglasses could get eyeglasses, get eye exams and eyeglasses. So we did all that stuff virtually. We emanated it live from Amalie Arena, which is the home of our Tampa Bay Lightning. Also would have been the home of a lot of things WWE, Night Raw, WrestleMania this past year. And we treated it like the ESPY Awards, where we had video cut-ins, and we did interactive videos and things. Seamus did a Celtic Warrior workout. Renee Young did a cooking segment. We had various superstars sending shout outs to the teachers, just wishing them good luck, sending shout outs to the students, wishing them good luck. We had coding classes that people could participate in. We did that all virtually and had a very high turnover working with my partners at Microsoft to make that happen. They flew in their producers, and we put together a first-class experience. And so we plan on doing the same thing this year with the holiday event. We've been doing drive-through food pickups. We haven't had the large gatherings. Normally I have my event at the stadium. We have 35 to 40,000 people at the stadium, and we give out thousands of gifts. And this year it's more about storytelling, and we're gonna give 7 lucky recipients, unbeknownst to them, a brand new car that have amazing stories. Last year we gave out 4 cars, brand new cars at the event, but this year we're just gonna try to go to either their job or surprise them at their home with a new car. We're gonna give 100,000 gifts to kids through our holiday tent. We have about 85,000 square foot holiday tent that we have erected in the center of town. And it used to be you go in there and you can shop like it's Walmart, but obviously they can't do that. So we just working with Metro, we have the metrics and a system that people can go and sign up, and they have they say how many kids they have, and we put together food boxes and stuff to accommodate the family as well as the gifts, so that each child can have a quality gift. And So it's been a lot of pivoting, but it's also been inspiring to see our donations go up through our foundation exponentially. A lot of people that, you know, have money reserved to throw galas or to throw Christmas parties, company Christmas parties, they've been generously donating those funds to our efforts, and it's helped a lot. So I always tell people, you know, if the corporations and the businesses just decided not to have Christmas parties, we could probably feed the whole village, and in just a holiday season. So it's been great, you know, and obviously with the support of our mayor, our sheriff, our police chief, and getting some of the law enforcement officers involved in helping deliver some of the bikes and kind of helping with that relationship between law enforcement and community, which has always been very important to me. Even in the midst of all the police brutality issues, systemic social justice things, I do not believe that all police officers are bad people. The system has definitely been broken for a long time, but it's not on the individuals as law enforcement. It's the individuals that choose to go against the oath. And those people definitely don't deserve to be wearing a badge and carrying a gun. But for those that wake up every single day and provide a service that none of us, or a lot of us, are not brave enough, including myself, knowing that today could be the day that I not return home to my sons, or that the day might be the day that I may have to hurt somebody that had a mental health issue or breakdown that I didn't know of. You know, I applaud those people. I applaud those that serve our country. And I will do everything I can to continue that relationship building, but also try to help push policy that will put stricter terms on those that do go against the oath. And so because we do have a lot of systemic issues in housing, we have it in banking, we have it in education, and the only way that you can really combat those things or help those things move forward is to be involved, not by carrying a sign and protesting. And I applaud those that do it peacefully, but you know, what do you do after that? What's the sustainable goal to reach? You know, the ultimate goal, which hopefully is that we're all treated equally and given equal opportunity. And the only way that you can be a part of that process is be a part of that process.
So, you know, you talk very passionately about this, and obviously you have very, you have your opinions. You're very, very caring about the people in the community, and as it shows in your charity work. So I'm curious to know, have you ever thought about going into politics?
Yeah, I have zero desire to ever run for office in any way, shape, or form. And people ask me that all the time, and I feel like, you know, for those that choose that field that are very effective in making change, great, God bless you. But you know, politics moves way too slow for me. I don't think that, you know, we should have 5 meetings to decide whether or not 5 board meetings to decide whether or not we should put an AC in a school. Just go put the AC in a school.
That is very true.
You know, if Jane, you know, or John don't like me, they're not going to vote for me to make sure that there's adequate health care in my neighborhood of town or my region of town. You know, when we, you know, stop looking at ourselves as Democrats, Republicans, and Independents and start looking at ourselves as we are, as all human beings, I think we'll realize that we have a lot of things alike. And I also look at it like, for me, politics really constrains my work to one area. And I'm one that has been involved in numerous different, you know, outreach programs and things like that. And you know, if I became the mayor of Tampa, I have to be just that, the mayor of Tampa. I can't be flying to Phoenix, performing acts of kindness, or going to Los Angeles and doing the same, and working with different partners and working with LeBron James at his I Promise school in Ohio and doing stuff, you know, to try to bring back to Tampa. I can't do that if I'm the mayor of Tampa. And so I have no desire to run for any political office whatsoever, just because I feel like God placed me in a position that He's placed me in, not just as a WWE superstar, but as a human being, to be a connector and connect people from all walks of life. And I've had a very good, you know, dose of what it means to see love, and it is a universal language that we should all be speaking as much as possible. And when I have the opportunity to inflict love instead of pain, it gives me great joy, and I think most people feel the same way.
Exactly. And then, I'm so glad that you mentioned this because, you're saying like you can still do so much even if you're not in that space. Like you said, being a WWE superstar, you have found ways to sort of, give back to the community and just really, find ways of your own to help. With that being said, I'm going to switch gears up a little bit. It's been a second since we've seen you on WWE TV. Can you give us maybe, or do you know when you'll be returning anytime soon?
It will be very soon. Without going into too much detail, you'll just expect to see a lot more Titus O'Neil in 2021. But what I would also say to that is that there are a lot of guys that, and women and men that are on our roster that some, like myself, former champions, things like that, that are still there. And people are like, oh, well, I didn't know you were still there, this and that. Some are battling through injury. Some are coming off surgeries, things like that. But just because we're gone doesn't mean we're forgotten. And I look forward to 2021 being a really good year for Titus O'Neil.
I love it. Awesome. Titus, that is our interview for today. I want to thank you so much for coming on here, for talking to me, and just for being so giving and so awesome. Before you go, feel free to plug in anything you'd like to plug in.
Oh, no, I just, my biggest plug is exactly what my shirt says, spread hope. There are a lot of people that are dealing with a lot of issues, that were dealing with issues prior to COVID being in existence. And so any chance you get an opportunity while you're out and about, spread hope, put a smile on somebody's face, do a nice act of kindness, whether it be for your immediate family or for a stranger. At times like these, especially during the holidays, and especially during this year where so many people have lost their lives, whether it be through COVID, cancer, the list goes on and on. Just be a part of the change that we all need to see, and that's hope. We all need to see a better world for our kids, for our grandkids, great-grandkids, our peers, and hopefully show some dignity and bring some dignity back to what truly being a good human being means.
100%. I love everything that you just said. Guys, for everyone watching, please remember to spread hope and give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and in the description box below, I will have all of Titus's links where you can go ahead and check him out on social media and see all of the stuff that he is doing for the community. Other than that, I'm Denise Salcedo, and we'll see you guys later. Bye, everyone.
Yeah.